It's Wednesday, the 16th of November, 2022. Welcome to the Fast Five by Fear and Greed, Australia's most popular business podcast, where we give you the top 5 business stories you need to know in just 5 minutes. I'm Michael Thompson, and good morning, Adam Lang.
Good morning, Michael.
Adam, 5 stories in 5 minutes. Let's jump into it. Story number 1, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has met with Chinese President Xi Jinping at the G20 summit in Indonesia. This is the first meeting between a Prime Minister and the Chinese leader since 2016. Mr. Albanese told President Xi that Australia and China have had their differences and that while we don't resile from our values, it is an important bilateral relationship. For his part, the Chinese leader said the two countries have had difficulties in recent years, which he doesn't want to see. Interestingly, he also said that since Anthony Albanese came to power, the Australian leader has talked about handling relations in a mature manner and that President Xi attaches great importance to Mr. Albanese's opinion. Adam, this is a significant thawing in the relationship between the two countries.
It sure is, Michael. I think this is significant and good news. China is Australia's major trading partner, so when the world's second largest economy put crippling tariffs on $20 billion worth of Australian goods like wine and coal, it has really hurt us. But the talks on the sidelines of the G20 follow a conversation between the Prime Minister and Chinese Premier Li Keqiang over the weekend and suggest that things may be changing. We'll be watching in the coming days to see if anything concrete comes out of it, but it seems to be a situation that's developing in the positive quite quickly.
All right, on to story number 2 now. And Commonwealth Bank CEO Matt Comyn says the collapse of crypto exchange FTX is shocking and that it will trigger regulations for the whole cryptocurrency sector. He said, though, that attention is necessary to ensure that investors are protected. Last week, of course, FTX saw its $32 billion valuation reduced to zero, with crypto investors losing a lot of money in the chaos. Analysts say that the hacker who took $400 million from customer wallets linked to the bankrupt exchange is probably an insider.
FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried has apologised to investors and says if he had concentrated a bit more, he may not have missed signs that FTX was running into trouble. Bankman-Fried is usually based in the Bahamas, but he won't confirm where he is now, citing safety concerns.
All right, on to story number 3 now. And Adam, I don't know if you've started your Christmas shopping just yet.
No.
It's getting quite close, but
I know.
You may need to prepare for some delays to your Christmas shopping. This is an interesting one. A tugboat operator whose services are critical to moving container ships in and out of Australian ports is locking out its 582 striking workers to try and bring a very long-running industrial dispute to a head.
That's right, Michael. Svitzer is the tugboat operator and it works out of 17 ports across New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, South Australia and West Australia. So right around the country. A shutdown in the weeks before Christmas could disrupt the handling of freight coming into Australia. The company has been bargaining with unions for a new agreement since 2019.
That is a long negotiation.
Pre-COVID, it seems forever ago.
Yeah, it certainly does. Story number 4, Adam, if you want to know where to get the best pay rise next year, then listen up because Mercer's annual total remuneration survey is out. This is pretty big. They asked more than 1,000 Australian organisations covering more than 350,000 employees what they're planning on doing with pay next year. And according to the survey, the best pay rises in 2023 will be found in technology, mining, and life sciences companies.
The survey shows that companies are lifting wages as they fight to attract talent in a tight labour market. Interestingly, the rising cost of living is not factoring into wage decisions. Just 1 in 5 companies said inflation would play a role in the 2023 salary budget.
Finally, Adam, story number 5, Amazon is joining the ranks of tech companies cutting costs, preparing to lay off 10,000 workers. Amazon's layoffs may start as soon as this week and are targeted apparently at its devices business, which includes Alexa.
That's right, Michael. The devices unit loses US $5 billion a year, apparently. The staff cuts represent less than 1% of Amazon's global workforce, which exceeds 1.5 million people. It's been a tough few weeks for tech employees, as we know. Meta Platforms is cutting 11,000 workers and Twitter slashed staff by half last week. Amazon's layoffs come as founder Jeff Bezos unveils plans to give away the bulk of his US $120 billion fortune to charity during his lifetime.
That's extraordinary. There we go. The top 5 business stories in 5 minutes. Thank you, Adam.
Thank you, Michael.
It's Wednesday, the 16th of November, 2022. Remember to hit follow and don't forget to check out our new podcast, How Do They Afford That with Hannah Campbell, the founder of Sugar Mama TV. It's all about making your money work a little bit harder for you. It's out every Wednesday, and today's new episode is all about credit cards and credit card debt. You'll find that wherever you listen to podcasts. There will also be a link in today's show notes. I'm Michael Thompson, and that was the Fast 5 by Fear and Greed. Have a great day.